Medical marijuana has become a hot topic all over the country and a big business. Years ago, many just discarded it as people wanting to get high. But the tide is changing, and a couple of former prominent athletes in our town have now entered the profession.
Sports Plus Spotlight is sponsored by AAA Auto Insurance.
Had a 5-on-3. And that is dumped and he scores! From center ice, Barret Jackman! Unbelievable!
They are names that provided us with some electrifying hockey moments.
You're out of here.
Whether it was a game-winning goal,
The late man Jackman, he scores! Unbelievable! Barret Jackman!
or a ferocious fight.
Now Chase coming back, letting go with some good left.
Admiration for Cam Jansen, and did he ever get Scott with one right on?
Combined, Barret Jackman, Kelly Chase, and Cam Jansen had almost 40 years of professional hockey.
What do they say? You play 200 times a year, you're on the ice 200 days a year. That's 200 car accidents a year.
And because of that, all three had some issues while they were playing.
I was 21 years old. I ripped my shoulder out. I had money, some fame, I had a big house, I had TVs out the wazoo, and had nobody around me. The guys are on the road, the guys are gone. I'm sitting in a house, I have my buddies coming over, and I have these pills, 170 of them, these little yellow nanners we called them, which were Percocets at the time, and you sit there with nothing to do because you can't go anywhere, and you start eating. And you're like, oh, I feel good. I'm gonna eat more. I'm gonna eat more, I'm gonna eat more, I'm gonna eat more. I don't know what they do. They just feel good.
And then after they were playing, even doing the most mundane things.
Waking up, getting out of bed, trying to walk down the stairs to grab a cup of coffee was difficult. Took many painkillers throughout my career, and Advil, Tylenol, you name it. I've taken every type of kind of pain reducer.
I've got terrible hip, 2 bad shoulders. My hands look like they look from playing the way that I played, and I don't regret any of it, but I don't want to be taking, I was buying 1,000-pill jars of Advil. And then my doctor's like, you got to stop doing that. You got to stop taking them Advil all the time. I say, well, I'm going to have a lot of problems if I don't.
Chase had over 350 fights.
Saying, come on, let's go, come on.
And Jansen, counting juniors, was over 500 fights. And his problems were worse than Advil. It was an addiction to prescription drugs.
I was gonna die. I was gonna overdose, and maybe I did a couple of times in front of my parents, and it was not good. It aged me, and it aged my wife. And again, I don't wish it on anybody. And I know there's guys out there that are still struggling. I mean, they really are. It's nasty. It really is. So if there's an alternative, and it's there, I'd say just try it out if you're in a jam.
One of the new alternatives is this new medical marijuana dispensary in Chesterfield Valley called Hippos. It's one of 140 operating dispensaries in the state.
So there's 30, those are the 30 per gummy?
Yes,
The investors just happen to be Kelly Chase,
It's probably the best night's sleep I've had.
Barret Jackman, and our town's greatest hockey player ever, Brett Hall.
Our patients that have visited us thus far are just what you would imagine. They're your neighbors, they're your soccer moms, they're the dads in the suits. We're really seeing all walks of life.
I mean, it's legalized in Canada. You're seeing it more state to state, but I think that there has to be options for guys. And that's exactly, what it's done for me and helped me. And again, I'd never smoked drugs or done a drug in my life or my career, because 2 things I was sure of. I wasn't good enough to get caught, and I might like it, and I don't want to get caught and get in trouble, so I didn't do it. And now that it's legal, it's important.
Funneling every single puck on net.
These players who had to deal with the pain of the profession they chose simply don't want to deal with the dangers of prescription drugs anymore.
It's tested. We know it's natural, and there's no additives. So I'm really happy that we could bring that to the people.
This is more for pain relief, getting something alternative so you're not drinking, you're not taking pills, and I'm telling you, it does work, and it's a lot healthier and safer.